Hello, greetings everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I did a video or a psychological video explaining certain aspects of psychology into social life, just relationship, daily living. But yes, I have to say that I got some emails from some people talking about my motivational speaking that I do on here every Monday, that I share with you as a community, you as my community, which I am so proud of. I am so happy to just like inspire someone within my speaking and my motivation talks that I do on here. Yes, so moving along. Today, what really inspired me to come and do this sort of a part 2 video of identities, relationship identities, right? Those of you that haven't seen the part 1, the relationship identity that I did, I will put the link in this video down underneath. You can go and check that one out. People really loved it. But today, what inspired me to come is an R&B singer called August. August. He's been out of the scene. He's an American singer, young singer. August. He was singing quite a lot when he first came on the scene, and he's quite intelligent as I see him. But he had a bit of breakdown where he had to go to get therapy, and obviously he abused and drugs and substance abuse, and he was self-medicating. Those of you that saw him on the red carpet with red table talk, I should say, with Jada Pinket and Smith, he unpacked how the substance addictive and medication, self-medication, drugs really affected him and affected his life, affected his well-being and so forth. But however, what was on the table for everybody to see, because this young man was going everywhere with Jada Pinket, on red carpets. He was been seen with her in public quite a lot, right? And there's one time when he said that it was Jada was his mentor, right? But obviously some people didn't believe that. People thought there was more to it, their relationship, than what he was putting out to be to people. Right, so he's now come out and he's expressed what really was going on between him and Jada Pinkett Smith in their relationship. So he's done an interview with Angela Yee, who is a host at the Breakfast Club radio, and she really unpacked. They really had a discussion about his life and how he started substance abuse and self-medicating. So I'm not really going to delve more into that. I will delve more into substance abuse and addiction in another video. That's for another day, because it's a big subject. However, what I will delve into is the fact that I felt that in regards to his relationship with Jada Pinkett, I felt that he was really mentally abused in a certain aspect. Well, I won't say mentally abused. I felt like he was influenced a lot without him knowing. Emotionally influenced. I won't say mentally. Emotionally influenced in regards to his relationship, his sexual, well, I'll call it sexual relationship, because the way he was talking, sexual relationship and relationship in general, emotional relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. So August goes on to say, Angela asked him about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, right? Jada Pinkett. So he went on to say that yes, he did have a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's wife, and that he asked consent for Will Smith to give him consent. He sat down and he had a discussion with Will Smith, and Will Smith gave him consent to have a relationship with his wife. So it's been, there was a long time, it's been a long time that people have been saying that Will Smith and Jada have an open marriage. So obviously now they didn't really confirm the rumors, but obviously now it's come out, because the young man August claims to have found himself, and nobody can tell him what to say, who to say, where to go, because he can tell his story. So basically, he went down and sat down with Will Smith, and Will Smith gave him consent. So basically, it's a polygamy relationship, marriage that they have. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they see each other as lifetime partners. So if they are lifetime partners, which means in that marriage there's no breaking. You can't break that marriage. That marriage, there's no way they're going to divorce. They are lifetime partners. So to be a lifetime partner, he means that him and his wife can discuss things, what they cannot do in a relationship or within their marriage. And so as long as both of them consent, adults sit down in the marriage, consent that they are going to see other people, and as long as they tell each other, that's fine. I'm assuming this is what happened with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith within their marriage, for them to consent for a young man, August, the R&B young man, singer, August, to have a full-blown relationship with Jada Pinket. Now, here's where the psychological part comes in, and this is where I have a problem with it. My problem, the issue with that is the young man that sat down with Will Smith and asked him for consent to have a relationship with his wife. To me, the young August didn't know what he was doing. He was still growing as a man. Emotionally, it didn't seem that he was ready, but he could have been intelligent, but emotionally, it didn't seem like he was ready. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they're in their early 40s or late 40s, whatever. All I know that they're in their 40s. August is just a young man, maybe early 20s, late 20s, or whatever. I don't know about the age range for August, but all I know is that Will Smith should have sat him down as a young man to tell him that if you want to venture into a relationship with my wife, and my wife is she's a special woman, for obviously for Tupac also to have relations with her in terms of their friendship, how they were. Tupac does not surround himself with women that they don't have wisdom, or they don't know themselves, or they're not emotionally intelligent, right? So basically what Jada Pinkett, right, is or should have done with this young man as well, psychologically, she should have assessed, right? She should have assessed that this young man, it's best I mentor him, or instead of me having relations with him, it's best I mentor him as a mentor, not as a lover, right? I believe this is where the psychological, emotional manipulation was within Jada Pinkett's relationship with August. And I also understand, because as Angela Yee was interviewing him, the young man said he gave his soul to this relationship. He gave himself to that relationship, to him and Jada Pinkett's relationship. So the guy, the young man, was still just growing, to be honest. And Jada Pinkett should have not went just like above what she should have, the relationship that she should have had with him, what should have been a friendship relationship. I would understand that he's a very attractive young man, for those who see him as attractive, is intelligent, right? So he must have been intelligent for Jada Pinkett to even want to give him some time, sexually or emotionally or whatever aspect that she gave him that time, as for him to even say that they were in a relationship, a full-blown relationship, which is, of course, Will Smith was very much aware of it. So the way I see it, that was grooming to me. This young man was psychologically groomed by this older woman, right? Jada Pinkett, and this older man, right? And the way they groomed him led him to drugs to a certain aspect. Maybe not all of it, but that's because even the way, as I'm watching the interview and I was analyzing how, he was answering the questions and he's listening to his experiences that he had as a young man in this relationship. I nearly cried, to be honest. I felt like Jada prayed. It's like praying on this man, on this young man emotionally. It was like she groomed him in a certain way, and it's like he was giving his effort. You cannot be with a woman such as Jada Smith Pinkett, who has had this experience of a life that is more than you, and also still in the marriage. They're all still married, although it was consented. But I believe that, you know, him and Jada Pinkett and Will Smith should have told this young man that they will mentor him and support him. I don't believe consent should have been given from Will Smith to him to be with his wife in a relationship. That is emotional and psychological grooming. This is why probably this young man went to abuse or have a part of drugs or be within the drug industry, and also fainted and whatnot. Because even coming out of that relationship, he explains in his interview. You can go and listen to it, because I'll put it down in this description. Where he goes on to say that it really pained him to even get out of that relationship, because the young man gave himself to Jada, right? And no human being should go to that level if they're not married to that woman, to that level, right? Which means Jada Pinkett Smith psychologically went so deep with this young boy, right? He goes on in his interview, August goes on to say that he slept for 3 hours. For 3 days, 3 hours. He slept for 3 days and he didn't get up, right? When he came out of this relationship. And then he also lost his sister and other things went into it. But what I'm saying is this was emotional, psychological influence and grooming. And relationship identities, I believe within this relationship, August didn't know who he was, because he was being groomed by 2 people. And so, and I don't believe that he was prepared to know that at the end of the day, these are lifetime partners. Do not fall so much for this woman. They're not going to break up with their marriage, and he's not going to leave his wife. He's giving you consent to sleep with her, but not to be with her for a lifetime. Okay? So you tell me what you think. All my advice to people who are in 2 relationships at the same time is that, you know what, relationship identities, you have to know who you are within that relationship. Keep your mind of who you were first, like know who you are. Because if you lose who you are within the relationship, then it means you lose yourself. That's what we say, relationship identities. Don't forget to get my book, because I also speak about this. I delve in more deeper with my book called Challenges of Identity, A Psychological Perspective. You can get it on Amazon. I've also got my second book coming out called Digital Identity, a Social and Business Perspective. Digital Identity, a Social and Business Perspective. It is coming out very soon. Very soon. So thanks for watching. Until next time, leave your comments, share and subscribe to my channel. Share with those who can need and will need this information. Fantastic. You have a blessed day. Thanks.